He is absolutely one of the greatest scorers of all time in terms of 3-year peak right now. When the season ends, he will have a, I don't know, top 8 all-time scoring 3-year stretch. He's playing at that level historically, and that means something.
Tell me about Shai, because I think Shai is a superstar. He doesn't do a ton of media. Outside of Shai, the basketball player, I know him as like a league fits first team.
Every great NBA story hides a secret. Behind the lights, the cheers, and the highlight reels, there are whispers. Some players are celebrated for their hype, others thrive on controversy. But then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, a superstar who dominates the game, yet somehow still isn't treated like one. He scores with ease, defends with fire, and carries himself with a calm, unshakable confidence.
He's overly competitive. He's probably still in there shooting.
He's probably still in there shooting?
Yeah.
So he's a gym rat?
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. That was good for me, especially my first year, because I ended up like just going with him, and I feel like I was able to kind of learn from that. So now like I'll stay after too, and like I feel like that's really infectious with the team.
It means a lot. Like the fact that he is doing the whole 2-point percentage Shaquille O'Neal the fact that he's an incredibly high-level two-way player as well.
And yet, ask around the league and you'll notice something unusual. While fans love him, many NBA stars, analysts, and even insiders fear him. Why? That's the mystery we're uncovering today. This is not just about stats, not just about highlights. This is about power, respect, and something darker that no one wants to admit: jealousy. So buckle up. By the end of this investigation, you'll understand exactly why NBA stars secretly fear Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The rise nobody saw coming. When Shai was drafted in 2018, few predicted this. Analysts saw him as a solid guard, maybe an above-average starter. But fast forward to 2025, and he's one of the league's most unstoppable forces. ESPN's StephenASmith admitted, "This kid Shai is a nightmare to guard. He's smooth, efficient, and he's doing it without the flash that others need. People better wake up." Redick, on his podcast The Old Man and the Three, broke it down perfectly. What makes Shai scary isn't just his scoring, it's the pace. He controls the game like Luka, but he defends like a two-way star. That's rare. And KendrickPerkins, never one to hold back, called him the most disrespected MVP candidate we've seen in years. But here's the catch. While experts praise him, some players don't. Because the rise of Shai isn't just a story of greatness, it's a story of envy, why stars fear him. Let's be clear. Fear in the NBA doesn't always mean physical intimidation. It means knowing that someone is quietly threatening your legacy, your spotlight, or your paycheck. LeBron James has dominated headlines for 2 decades. Luka Dončić is painted as the face of the future. StephenCurry remains the greatest shooter alive. But Shai, he's slipping into their conversations, uninvited. Opponents call him unguardable. His mid-range is deadly. His finishing at the rim is elite. And unlike flashy guards who rely on deep threes or highlight dunks, Shai's game is built for longevity. That's what scares people most. Because when you face Shai, you're not just facing talent, you're facing inevitability. The jealousy factor. Here's the truth few admit: NBA stars are human. They see the headlines, they check the MVP ladders, they hear the analysts. And jealousy? It's real. Shai doesn't chase the spotlight, he doesn't join Superteams, he doesn't start drama on social media. And yet, his numbers, his leadership, and his consistency are forcing his name into the same breath as legends. That makes some players uncomfortable, because for every highlight LeBron, Curry, or Tatum makes, Shai is right there with a quieter, deadlier performance. An anonymous Western Conference player reportedly said, "He makes it look too easy. Guys don't like it because he doesn't sell it with flash. He just kills you with efficiency." Experts see it, stars feel it. StephenASmith says he's a future MVP, no doubt about it. Redick calls him the most polished young guard in the league. And KendrickPerkins, he flat out says, people in the NBA are scared to give Shai his flowers because they know what's coming. He's the future. But what makes their take so interesting is this: experts are celebrating him. Yet stars, they rarely mention his name. Notice that? When players talk about toughest matchups, they'll say Luka. Curry, Dame, Ja, rarely Shai. Why? Because acknowledging him would mean admitting the truth. He's already in their league. Oklahoma City, the silent weapon. Part of what feeds the jealousy is geography. Shai isn't in Los Angeles, he's not in New York, he's not even in a flashy big market. He's in Oklahoma City. That means fewer endorsements, less spotlight, less media noise. But ironically, that's his weapon. While other stars fight for attention, Shai builds quietly, brick by brick, game by game. By the time people realize, it's too late. Why they really fear him. The truth is simple. NBA stars secretly fear Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because he threatens the system. He's proof that you don't need to be loud to dominate. Proof that you don't need the biggest market to shine. Proof that you can play your way. Slow, methodical, efficient, and still crush anyone in your path. And if you're a superstar who's built a brand on flash, drama, or hype, that truth is terrifying. So the next time someone asks you, who's the most feared guard in the league? You might just have to whisper a name most players don't want to say out loud. SGA. This is basketball dribble, and the truth, it always finds its way to the surface.